Good morning. We'll see about Java Servlet pages. Java Servlet pages, where we have seen the life cycle architecture of JSP in the previous class. Now let's see what are the basic tags. JSP, as we know, it is helpful to create a dynamic web pages. Okay, it is server side programming. Okay. See here, JSP provides a set of basic tags and implicit objects, which simplifies as the development of these dynamic web pages. These tags and objects are designed to help you to embed this Java code into your HTML content to create dynamic content. Okay, here is an overview how we are going to work with the basic tags and implicit objects in JSPs. If you see the first one, the basic tags and the basic tags here, the first one is declaration tag. You see this tag is used to declare variables and methods that can be used later in the JSP page. Okay, here I am trying to declare variable called count, which is an integer. Okay, and I've given a value to it as 0, and the method also has been declared, that is increment count, which increments the count. Okay, here is the declaration. And next is scriptlet tag. It allows you to embed Java code directly into the HTML content of this JSP page. Here, if you see in the scriptlet tag, I have mentioned string message equals to hello JSP and out.println the Java code, whatever you want to write, that you can embed in this scriptlet tags. Next is expression tag. This is the expression tag. If you see, the common are greater than symbol, less than symbol, and this percentiles. When it is exclamatory, it is declaration. Okay. Normally we use without any other things, that is an scriptlet tag. Expression tag, it uses equals to symbol, evaluates an expression and prints the result directly into the HTML content. So here, if you can see here, the current count is, so we are evaluating and printing it. And directive tag, we are using ampersand at the rate symbol, which provides global information about the JSP page, such as page language and import statements. Okay, like page language, it is Java, content type is text or HTML, character set like metadata things. Action tags includes JSP include, JSP forward, JSP para, to include or forward other resources within the JSP page. Okay, this could be used like this: include page header.jsp. Implicit objects are out, JSP writer. It represents the output stream and is used to write content to the response. So whenever you want to write content to the response, so here you are going to write it as out.println hello from outer object. Okay, that you can mention in this. And request, HTTP servlet request, it represents the client request and provides access to request parameters and attributes. So see, request dot get parameter, all the methods. Okay, request parameter, those all you can use here. And response is the response to get the server's response to the client, and is used to set response headers also. So response dot set content type. Session, HTTP session, which represents user's session and allows to store the session specific data. Okay, that could be used in this. Session dot get id. Okay, application, web application, it represents web application, which provides access to application level attributes. So application level attributes means it goes with context. So get context path, application dot get context path. Page context, it provides access to various objects including request response session and application objects. Okay, you can use it like server information, page context dot get servlet context, get server info. These basic tags and implicit tags of JSP will allow you to mix this Java code seamlessly with HTML, which allows you to easily develop these dynamic web pages, which is recommended to minimize the use of scriptlets. Okay, and prefer using expression tags and custom tags or JSTL for better code organization and maintainability. Next is working with action tags in JSP. Action tags we have seen, which will be used to perform specific actions like including other resources, forwarding the request, manipulating the sessions, and many more of these kind. The action this will be providing you to modularize and structurize your JSP page, which will be, here are some commonly used action tags that we have seen. No, JSP include, JSP forward, JSP include, it includes the content of another resource such as JSP page or HTML page, okay, at the location where the tag is placed. And JSP forward tag, it is used to forward the request to another resource. It might be any JSP page or any servlet. It is often used for centralized request processing only. So forward this to error page.jsp. And JSP param tag, it is used in conjunction with include or forward to pass the parameters to the forwarded resource or the included resource. Like if at all, see the parameters that are being forwarded to the next resource, those are to be given. So here is an example how the param tag is used. Okay, here it is including result.jsp, so it is carrying this name parameters like name, value, and all. And JSP use bean tag is used to instantiate and access Java beans. It creates a new bean or locate an existing one. Okay, how we are going to use it? See, ID is user, class com.example.user, and scope is the session. And set property, it is used to set properties on the Java bin. It is often used in conjunction with use bin. Okay, so set property name, property value. Okay, get property to retrieve and display the values of the property from the Java bin. Next is plugin tag. Plugin tag is used to include an applet or an object that can be used for browser specific functionality. Yeah, when you are including any applet. Okay, and as a attribute tag, JSP attribute tag is used within the custom tag to define the value of an attribute dynamically. Here are the few examples of action tags available in JSP, which will be helping you to create modular and maintainable code by allowing you to separate concerns and reuse components. Next is exploring expression language. Expression language is a scripting language that is used to access and manipulate Java data stored in Java objects like Java beans, Java server pages, and uh, other Java Enterprise Edition components. EL provides a concise and convenient syntax for expressing dynamic content without the need for Java code. Here is the expression language. Few aspects of expression language. See, dollar symbol, flowery braces. We use these expressions to see. EL expressions are enclosed within this symbol. That is, this is the syntax: dollar and flowery braces like user dot name. Okay, and variable resolution, we have implicit objects. That is, EL provides access to several implicit objects like page, context, request, session, application, and param. For example, request dot get parameter. Scoped variables are there. Those are directly access scoped variables such as page, request, session, and application scopes. Okay, session scope dot user dot name. Operations and functions, what we can use is arithmetic operations, relational and logical operations, conditional operations, functions, and what we can make use here. Arithmetic operations you can directly use between these. Okay, arithmetic operations you can do it here. And relational and logical operations also, within the flowery braces you can give the conditions, relations and logical. Okay, and a conditional operator is admin ternary operator. Here I am showing you the ternary operator conditional statement. Functions like empty method, length to uppercase, etc., we can make use directly. Function length, user list, length of the user list. Collection handling, for accessing list elements, we can access elements of a list using user list array dot name. Okay, and iteration with collections, we can go for iteration over collections also using the for each construct, for each variable that is equals to user items, you need to check for the user list. Okay, and get the name. Accessing request parameters, see param.user.name, displaying session attribute, session scope.user.name, using el with jstl. See, if test equals to empty, if this user list is empty, then no users are found. Here we are using if. Okay, EL is in different context. JSP pages for dynamic, we will be using expression language is commonly used in JSP pages for dynamic content. In JSF, it is extensively used in JSF for binding components and accessing managed beans. And for servlets and filters, for attribute accessing, we will be using. Escaping characters are also there. Like it, if you need to include a literal in your output, you can escape it using this symbol. And exploring the elements of tag extensions often implemented using Java custom tags, which allows developers to define their own custom tags and actions in JSPs. This is typically done using Java classes and using TLDs, that is tag library descriptors. The key elements of tag extensions, let's explore. Tag handler class, here the purpose of this tag handler class is to implement the Java class. Where Java class will be implementing the behavior of this custom tag, where we are going to show it how this tag will be working. Okay, this is the JSP dot tag extension dot tag support, JSP dot JSP exception. Custom tag, we are going to give the class name as custom tag, which extends tag support, and we are trying to override do start tag throws JSP exception. Here we are going to write what is how our custom tag works on implementation, we are going to write. Okay, and tag library descriptors, the purpose of this is XML file which defines the custom tags, their attributes and associated tag handler classes. Okay, here we are writing XML files. If you see, here we are writing how these tags are, what are their attributes, what are the custom tags, how are they associated, tag handling, how will be running. See, the tag name is my custom tag, the class is com.example.tags dot my custom tag, the class which we have defined the implementation of custom of this tag, here we are including. Okay, under the tag library, using this custom tag in JSP. So how are we going to use this as JSP, where we are using this custom tags by reference the URI that is been defined in the TLD. So where we have included this tag, our custom tag, that URI we need to give some prefix. Okay, prefix dot that my custom tag. Okay, use that custom tag. And tag attribute, it the custom tags can also have attributes that are specified in the TLD. So we have to say with attribute I'm sending. So what it is carrying, what are the attributes, that is private string message, set message as this dot message, that message we are storing in this message. Okay, so here we are writing the tag logic using this message attribute. We need to write it in the do start tag, override this method and write the implementation. And here is the how are we going to make use of that custom tag with attribute. Where are we going to store it? In the tag library, URI we need to mention and prefix we need to mention. My tag, my custom tag with attribute message is hello custom tag. Okay, that in this way we can use it in the XML or in your JSP. And body content handling, custom tags will always handle body content differently, such as evaluating it, skipping it, or iterating over it. Okay, so we have seen iteration, evaluating. See, we have seen no how to evaluate, right? How are we going to evaluate, implement this custom tag? How are we going to use it? Okay, use that custom tags using the prefix. Okay, this is about our JSP custom tags. Thank you all. Keep learning.